and welcome to Speed Feed. My name is Kimani Mbogwa, and this is where we talk about the latest in the news and trending topics to know what the world looks like right now, and specifically what Kenya looks like right now. What are people talking about? What's getting a lot of people talking? Yeah, we're gonna be talking about all of these things here, and don't forget we are live. Let's get interactive. Yes, let's talk in the comment section. If you're watching me live on Facebook, let me know where you're watching me from. Yes, comment on the Facebook live here and let me know where you're watching us from. And so much is happening right now, but news just broke out like 3 minutes ago. Chad's president Idris Deby has died. That's a breaking story right now. And also another breaking story that just happened a few minutes ago is the activist Edwin Kiama has been released. He had been arrested because remember when Kenyans were protesting against the IMF loans being given to Kenya, he was accused of creating some Photoshop pictures of President Uhuru, saying that he is not authorized to transact business in Kenya, and he has been released unconditionally. Some of the things that are happening right now. But on our speed feed today, let's get on talking about what's getting people talking and what's happening around you, some of the news that are happening around you. And this is important because it's a viral video that went viral over the weekend, and it was of these Subaru drivers who were racing. This is in Tigoni. Look at those cyclists there who were almost ran over by those Subaru drivers who were, clearly driving dangerously on the roads, endangering the lives of other motorists. So an official from NTSA spoke to Kenyans and said that the agency and the police are investigating the matter to arrest these drivers. I'm just gonna let you watch it in case you haven't. It looks like something from out of a Fast and Furious movie, really. And look at the cyclists there who almost ran over. That's clearly dangerous driving, and it's so reckless. Look at it. And there's also another video that's going to come at the end of this. It's supposedly the same Subaru drivers. You can see, a lot of them are Imprezas, and there are other models there, but you can see they're clearly racing, which is illegal. And you're gonna see, this is the last part of this video. The same drivers. Now this is Thika Road, this is at Tanzanian, and this is viral. And still on the roads, moving on to other stories. Last night, the police were minding a roadblock at Thika Road, at Roasters, and a lorry that was coming from the Thika Road side, a speeding lorry rammed into a police counter. You can see it there. And 2 police officers and 3 civilians were injured. And the lorry that caused the accident had 3 people on board who were also injured in the incident, and the victims were rushed to hospital in stable condition though. Now, on other news still happening right now, it's a #1 topic. Everybody's talking about it. It is the interviews to find the next Chief Justice. They're continuing today. It was a senior counsel Fred Ngatia's day, and he has been before the panel all morning. And just a few facts about him. He has 41 years of legal experience. Some of us are not even 41 years old. So he has been practicing law for as long as some of us have been alive, and double that. And he says that as a consumer of judiciary services, he has a practitioner's eye to be able to see the weaknesses in the system. Just some of the other issues that have come up during his interview. One of them has been the fact that he represented President Uhuru Kenyatta in the 2013 and 2017 presidential petitions. And he says that despite acting for the president in 2013, I went back to my private practice, and that relationship of acting for the president never continued. No one will see me influenced by the president. And he said regarding this issue, because it was one of the biggest talking points of this particular interview, because he represented President Uhuru in the petitions. He said also it's a mark of honor for a president to give a citizen particularly one who is not part of government, some work to do, but it can't be used against that citizen for any advancement in their career. That's regarding that address, and that it's still going on. So please watch it live. We are live concurrently as these interviews continue here. It's a big talking point for Kenyans. The hashtag Ngatia for CJ is trending right now, and other things that are trending right now, including 420. Happy 420. I don't know what that means, by the way. I have no idea what it means, but for some reason, Happy 420 is trending. Yeah, can you tell me why it's trending? Now, one of the things that have been discussed in the interviews for the CJ, and this has occurred in other interviews as well, and it is the case of Muroitetu, or the Muroitetu case. And you probably have heard it being mentioned, and I thought it's worth mentioning this. And there's a very nice story that has been done on Kenyans.co.ke. So for all of us that are lawyers, you might have heard about this and wondered what they were talking about. So it's worth mentioning and explaining what this particular case is. And I'm not going to go too much into detail, but you can find out this story on Kenyans. So Francis Karoki Mroitetu is a convicted murderer who is serving a life sentence at Kamiti Maximum Prison. And he had been sentenced to death under Section 204 of the Penal Code, which prescribes a mandatory death sentence for convicted murderers. So he appealed his case, which went all the way to the Supreme Court, where his legal team was led by senior counsel Fred Ngatia. And in a landmark ruling in 2017, the Supreme Court ruled that the mandatory death penalty was unconstitutional. So you might have had it. It's been a big talking point in the interviews to find the next CJ. But that story is broken down on Kenyans. I'm not going to go so much into detail about it. Go check it out. And now let's move on to other news that are happening around you. And just to remind you, we are live on Facebook. So yeah, let's keep talking. Let me know what are your thoughts about, especially the interview for senior counsel Fred Ngatia, who's seeking to be the next Chief Justice. Let's talk on the comment section because we are live. All right, and also I'll be talking about that Tanzanian prophet who has given a warning to Kenya, but that's coming up later. But meanwhile, 994 people, which includes 116 Kenya Power staff, were arrested for facilitating illegal power connections in the country. And the arrested mostly included contractors and electricians, and they face a fine of 1 million shillings if found guilty of procuring illegal power connections. And I didn't know this. I was going through this story and I found out that apparently this is a thing that goes on. Illegal power connections are something that you can even get procured in your area, and there are people who offer those services. But Kenya Power has conducted a crackdown, and 994 people have been arrested. Now, in other stories that got people talking this morning, now this follows the recent cases of gender-based violence in the country, and the recent one was yesterday. I'm just going to tell you about it in a second, but ODM leader Raila Odinga has weighed in on the conversation. So this morning he tweeted this, saying it is unfortunate that after winning their partner's heart, instead of going on to cherish and love them, some suddenly turn physical and at times horrifically end up killing them. Too many lives are being lost on almost daily basis, going by the media reports. And so he treated this as a follow-up because of the story. This one we highlighted yesterday, of the case of the murder of Catherine Nyokabi, who was killed by her lover and her body was badly mutilated. So Raila in this statement added that if you're in an abusive relationship and cannot reconcile, then it is advisable to leave and let leave. So that's it's been a huge topic of conversation because of the murder of Catherine Nyokabi and other cases that have been going on of gender-based violence in the country. And that's a huge talking point since yesterday. This happened a week ago, especially because the perpetrator of this murder was not even remorseful. In fact, yesterday when he was in court, he asked the judge to fast-track the process of his sentencing so he can start his sentence early, which just communicates of a cold-blooded person. But moving on, other stories happening around you. So this one is for all business people. So the High Court yesterday issued orders temporarily suspending the implementation of the 1% minimum tax by KRA. And this was after Kitengela bar owners went to court and opposed the tax, which they said would affect most SMEs in the country negatively because they would struggle to stay afloat during the pandemic. So just a little bit of information about the 1% minimum tax. So currently in the country, when you're filing taxes, if you're a business owner and you're filing your taxes, you are taxed based on the profits that you make. But the 1% minimum tax is going to be implemented whether you made profits or not, and KRA was trying to curb the issue of companies, understating the profits they have made. Some companies report that they have made losses and they keep reporting losses over the years, so they don't pay taxes, and that's why the 1% minimum tax was introduced. But now it has temporarily been suspended. And other stories, have gotten a lot of people talking. This one. Over the weekend, there was a lot of pressure on police by Kenyans because of the curfew roadblocks, And if you thought our push would work and have the police out of the roads, yesterday they were still out on the roads and they were blocking people from moving around after the curfew. They even had water cannons yesterday, just in case some of the people stuck in traffic, Kenyans, just in case people tried to riot on the roads. They had water cannons, and even some of the people stuck on the roads yesterday during curfew were Form 4s who had just completed their exams and were heading home. And welcome to Kenya, in case these students, and now they're graduating into getting their IDs and becoming citizens. Now this is the Kenya we live in. Now another story that's gotten people talking is the story of Council of Governors. Yesterday, they issued a statement saying that the counties might not be able to pay their statutory deductions to KRA. And they say it's because they are owed money by the government from the equitable share of revenue to counties. And the governors say that they had to pay contractors, county staff, and even MCAs from bank overdrafts. And they need more money from the treasury to be able to pay their taxes. So they're telling KRA, we ain't received money yet, so that pay, you guys are going to have to wait for it. This next one is quite interesting because if you're a student who has stayed long in school, I'm just gonna tell you what happened to you in a bit. But I'm seeing a lot of you are here on Facebook. You want to talk about 420? You guys want to enlighten me on what 420 is? I have no idea. 420 najua ni ile time ilikuwa nachukua kutoka shule. 420. A lot of people tukiwa primary school and high school, lessons zilikuwa zinaisha 420 jioni, si ndio? Maybe that's what people are talking about. I've also seen Mike Sonko is asking you guys what 420 is all about. Oh yeah. Oh, Michelle Jerry is here. Michelle Jerry is actually my girlfriend. She's here and she's watching. How are you doing? Support from the family. How you doing? And she's here. Says, tuned in. Every 30-year-old knows about 420. Every 30-year-old knows about 420. What is 420? Iman is our social media guy. What is 420? He also doesn't know. Fred, what is 420? None of you guys know? Yeah. Felix, stop hiding behind the laptop. Felix is running the show. You see, we're moving on here on the rundown. He's running the rundown. Felix, what's 420? Someone wants to Google what 420 is? Can I Google it? Yeah? And why is it trending at number... It's trending at number 3. You guys want to let me know? Anyway, someone else here. I'm going to read a bit of your comments on Facebook. Let me see more of your comments on Facebook. Please leave me a comment as we continue with the show on Facebook. Kelvin is here, says Marete, Justice Marete for CJ. And by the way, who has impressed you so far with interviews for the CJ? Kelvin is saying Justice Marete is going to be his candidate. Brian is saying 420 is where the fuel prices are headed next month. Oh, yes. Voke is saying to Kondani, Leo 420, we all know what that means. Guy, someone here is saying, I'm not going to read that one. Roddy is saying Fred Ngatia for, this is Fred Ngatia Senior Counsel for President. Someone else is talking about Subaru boys. Yeah, those Subaru boys, and they're going to be arrested, by the way. Let's get interactive. Please leave me more comments as you're watching here live on Facebook. And meanwhile, let's talk about other stories on the feed today. So the University Funding Board has delisted about 12,000 students from the list of students benefiting from the government funding in universities because they have overstayed in university. There are students who are just perennial students in the university, and they take so long to complete their courses. And so this means if you have taken too long to complete your degree, you will have to pay for the rest of it by your own. And other stories that are happening. This one is a good one for those of you if you have who are concerned about the rising number of street children in Nairobi. So the county says it has set aside 14 million shillings to go into the rescue, rehabilitation and reintegration of street children, and part of the money will also go into helping run various children homes around the county. So at least they're concerned, and they have set aside some money for that. And this next story, probably it's an important one. It happened yesterday, but it could have easily flown under the radar to most people. But I feel we should highlight it because yesterday there was a virtual United Nations Security Council high level meeting, and the council was having an open debate on the cooperation between the UN and regional and sub-regional organizations in conflict prevention and resolution. It's about the state of security. And the President Uhuru spoke at this meeting, and he highlighted some of the things that Kenya has done to help solve conflict in the area. And one of the things that he highlighted was South Sudan. Did you know that the Kenyan government has come up with a program to help South Sudan, you know, after they have come from a prolonged period of conflict? So Kenya is helping South Sudan by training some of their public servants, you know. And the reason why this is important, because the the UN Security Council, by the way, is the most powerful body of the UN because they determine where peacekeeping missions are deployed, and they deploy the UN troops around the world in peacekeeping missions. And Kenya became a member last year of this very powerful council. You just might want to know that, you know, just throw it in the conversation. You know, when you're talking to people, just let them know, like, did you know Kenya is part of the UN Security Council? Now you know. I know, right? So today we didn't have a lot of crime news updates, but we have one. This one is from Kwale. So there's a 53-year-old man. This one here, story by Citizen. 53-year-old man in Kwale who is also an employee of Kwale County is being held by police after being found in possession of 35 kilograms of ivory, which is worth 1 million shillings. And still in politics, not so much happening around. But I think you've noticed that after the lockdown, this second lockdown, very little in politics has been, you know, because there are no political gatherings. Politicians have been going a bit slow on this one, because usually we have a lot of we talk about a lot of politics stories here on Speedfeed, but this one might have passed many of you because it happened on Sunday. So Jubilee Vice Chair David Murathe was on an interview on Inoro TV with Francis Gachuri, and he alleged that the fallout between President Uhuru and DP Ruto could have been caused by an incident where Ruto made remarks in his mother tongue that angered the president. And Murathe alleged that the DP said that as the president drinks, he will be running the government. So that is said to have angered the president to the point of, leading to this fallout between the two. Now, other viral things that are happening today. So this video of a Tanzanian pastor speaking about Kenya is going viral. I'm just gonna let you
I was praying. I was praying.
Nikashangaa maji mengi sana yametoka baharini.
I was surprised a lot of water coming from the ocean. started attacking. In the middle of the ocean, I saw the flag of Kenya. I asked Holy Spirit, what is this? What is this? That flag, it was like this cut off. And the creature came out from the ocean and it was just tearing it. Mtu mmoja mdogo sana kama mtoto akawa analizuia. Ghafla nikaona sura. Immediately I saw the face ya rais wa Kenya, of the president of Kenya. Akawa tu ametulia hivi. He was just settled and calm. Yani kama ajitetei. Like he's not fighting for himself. Ni kama lile mtu analiogopa. He's scared of that creature. Lakini kile kimtu kidogo kinamwambia, but that young man wewe una nguvu, lipige hilo. He's telling him, you have power, just attack bendera yako, that he may not tear your flag. But he was calm. Ametulia hivi. He was calm. Kapata tafsiri yake sio nzuri. The interpretation is not good. Ile ndoto ilipoisha ikabidi nianze
when the dream was finished, I started praying, asking for interpretation.
Roho Mtakatifu akaniambia hivi,
Holy Spirit told me,
kama kuna mtu huko hapo,
if there is a person who is watching me, you are in Kenyan citizen, tell your president
kwamba
first,
akizuia ibada,
if he protects the service,
watalaluliwa na lile limnyama.
People are going to be teared by that creature.
Narudia tena. Waambieni rais wenu akitaka kujua tafsiri ya ndoto hii.
If you want to understand the meaning of this dream, others have
hapa naongea kidogo.
I'm just speaking a little bit.
Akitaka kuwaponya watu wake,
if you want to heal your people,
asiogope lile limnyama.
Do not fear that creature.
Asimame akaruhusu aka mtu kadogo aka kama katoto kalikuwa kanang'aa sana ili kapambane na yule. Yani akisema tu pambana nalo. Kenya usiku na nilikuwa naomba.
Well. So for some reason, it's going viral on YouTube. A lot of people are watching this, and you can understand why, because I don't know what you make of this. You let me know in the comment section. It's actually at number 4 on the top trends on YouTube. And let me get you what a lot of people are saying. Okay, yeah. Shem on this video says, Kenyans, let's take this serious and go back to God. Mwanzo says, my motherland Kenya, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And yeah, you can. It's just a viral video that I thought you should see, and whatever you make of it is up to you. But it's getting a lot of people talking. Right now, as we went up the speed feed, shall we talk the chaos in the world of football? Last night we drew against Leeds, and by we, if in case you didn't have any idea about this, I'm a Liverpool fan, and last night we drew against Leeds, and they tweeted the tweet by Leeds is they threw shade. They threw shade on Liverpool. But the current controversy in the world of football is the formation of this breakaway Super League. And personally, at first I thought it was an additional league, and that's why yesterday, actually, when I got this news first, I didn't make a lot about it because I thought there was going to be another league on top of the Champions League, and but it is the reason why it's a big story for those of you who might not know, if you're living under a rock and you're a football fan, is because there are clubs, big clubs in Europe have decided to form a breakaway league away from the UEFA Champions League, and of course it has caused a lot of controversy. And as fans around the world now they can say that they're united against this. Haven't had fans who are supporting this. And some of the latest updates that are happening, Jurgen Klopp has spoken out. He said that he will not resign because of Liverpool being involved in the European Super League. He says he feels responsible for the relationship between fans and the club, and he says he's not going to resign because of this. It's coming from a decision that has been made at a level of club ownership and management. And I want to get your thoughts on this as we, because it's a bigger story in the world of football right now. And personally, I would tell you, it's what can I say? If you have ever watched your team win a Champions League, you know what the Champions League means to fans. And for me, I got to watch my team win the Champions League 2 years ago. And it's such a huge occasion that I don't know, it just takes away the soul out of football. It's a really bad idea. It's a really bad idea that finding out that your club wants to get out of the Champions League. So many things are unfolding right now. In fact, Real Madrid have given, they've been in a press conference at one of the clubs who are advocating for the Super League. And one thing that's common across the world is the fans are so much against it. No football fan has said that this is going to be a good idea to quit the Champions League and form a breakaway league. And what are your thoughts on this? Because personally, at first I thought it was just an extra thing because I hadn't read the news really, and I was like, oh, what's a big deal? Another league, more time to watch football. But then it's, in case you didn't know, they want to quit the Champions League completely and form another breakaway league, which is a really bad idea. Let me check out your comments on this story on Facebook. We're live on Facebook, by the way, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Let me try get some of your comments. Oh yeah, so most of you are commenting on the other stories. Roddy says Kenya is now doomed. Dr. Strange from Tanzania has spoken. And someone else is saying, oh yeah, I asked you guys what 420 is. Now I have Googled 420, and because the guys in studio have refused to tell me what 420 is, but I've Googled what 420 is, and it's well, I'm just playing with you guys. 420 it's like the Jamhuri Day for stoners. Is it? Like Jamhuri? It's like, what is it? It's like Labor Day for stoners. No, it's like Christmas. Is it? Is it as big? Do we have any stoners here? Are you guys? Oh, look at all of these people in studio looking at me with innocent eyes. You guys are not? Fred, all of you are shaking your heads like you didn't know what 420 was about. I'm waiting for some of your comments. I'm just gonna have to go without your comments on the Super League. I can't describe myself as a football pundit, but as a fan, I would say I don't think it's a good idea. And thank you so much for watching the show. We've talked about the minimum tax, which has been suspended, Kenyans versus curfew, and how counties say that they are broke. Those Subaru drivers who are driving recklessly are going to be arrested. There's investigation into that story and more stories that have gotten people talking. Just as we wind up, the biggest topic right now on Twitter is Ngatia for CJ, and something else is happening today is Apple. The Apple event is today, by the way, if you care. Yeah, the Apple event is today. And did 420 have anything to do with the Apple event? Did it? I don't know. But you decide for yourself. Thank you so much for watching Speed Feed today. My name is Kimani Mbogwa. I'll see you again tomorrow where we talk about trending things, news, and everything that's setting the conversation on social media and across the board. Goodbye.